Van Loon's Lives. Van Loon's Lives is a book by the Dutch-American writer Hendrik Willem van Loon published in 1942. Its full title, deliberately written in a manner already archaic at the time of writing, is Van Loon's Lives, being a true and faithful account of a number of highly interesting meetings with certain historical personages, from Confucius and Plato to Voltaire and Thomas Jefferson, about whom we had always felt a great deal of curiosity, and who came to us as dinner guests. Loosely based on the classical Plutarch's Lives, it recounts the biographies of various famous historical characters, and like Plutarch, often pairing together characters from different times and places whose life, careers, or personalities seemed to Van Loon to bear a similarity to each other, e.g. William the Silent and George Washington, who led the wars of independence. In the book, the author imagines he is living in his summer home in the town of Veer on the island of Walcheren in the Dutch province of Zeeland. He has the ability to summon the famous and sometimes infamous great men and women of history to come to dinner. The summoning is done in the prosaic way of leaving under a specific stone a note with the names of the persons they wish to meet that weekend, who duly make their appearance. This magical aspect places the book within the category of contemporary fantasy, though the term did not yet exist at the time it was published. Chapters in the book typically start with Van Loon describing the lives of the people invited that week, with many digressions and idiosyncratic comments, opinions, and comparisons with actual 20th century events particularly. This is followed by these people appearing in the 1930s Provincial Netherlands and their interaction with modern people, in some cases consisting of polite and intellectually stimulating conversations, in other cases leading to humorous or hilarious results. For example, the Archbishop of Bithynia and Archbishop of Cyrenaica, who were staunch theological foes during the 4th century Council of Nicaea, wildly assault each other as soon as they are resurrected in the 20th century and run out into the streets of Veer, shouting abuse. A local policeman locks them up in separate cells, but by the next morning they. The book was written at the time when Veer, like the rest of the Netherlands, lay under Nazi occupation. Despite its light-hearted tone, the book clearly indicates the longing of the writer for his homeland, whose liberation he was doomed never to see, having died in 1944. This is especially indicated in the book's dedication to the exiled Queen Juliana. Also, the book's plot is set in the late 1930s with the clouds of impending war clearly visible, and in its end the protagonists must flee the German invasion, bringing to an end their meetings with the people from the past. References